Hello, welcome to Drew's Sleep Deprived podcast. Today we're going to be asking questions to the Black Beauty protagonist, antagonist, and author. So, starting off with the protagonist, in 2 to 3 sentences, tell me about yourself.
My name is Black Beauty. I'm a black carriage horse and I transport people. I think of myself as a very handsome and good working horse.
What was your climax when you had to make a decision or reach a turning point?
I think for me, the climax was when I had been so overworked that I lost all my strength in my body and eventually just passed out right on the street. When I was recovering, an old man and a boy inspected me. The boy really took to me and eventually bought me, and they took very good care of me, and I had gained most of my strength back.
Would you describe yourself as flat or dynamic? Why?
I would think of myself as a dynamic character because I do slowly progress throughout the story of my life. The experiences that I had helped me to become stronger mentally and physically.
How did the setting of the story affect you?
Throughout the story, it mentally affected me because I had many different challenges throughout my life. What it told me was to keep a positive mental attitude through life's challenges.
Moving on to the antagonist. In 2 to 3 sentences, tell me about yourself.
We are a group of people that are overworked, and the horses that we rented are overworked as well. Unfortunately, we have to treat our horses without the need of care in order to feed our own families. Our managers think that horses should do exactly what they are told without any remorse, fear, or need of care.
What problems did you create for Black Beauty?
Unfortunately, horses endure unneeded strains, pains, and ultimately their destruction. We overwork horses because the production that we get from them doesn't pay enough to satisfy the needs of our own families. Almost every time, it affects the horse's well-being, spirit, and drive.
Moving on to the author, in 5 to 7 sentences, tell me what your narrative is about.
The narrative I wrote was the life of a working horse, from the beginnings of getting broken into and being rode for the first time, to the midlife of being sold to an owner. In my story, this horse has his many ups and downs. They present themselves in owners that have treated them very well and taken care of all their needs, to being overworked, abused, without any care or longevity. The meaning that we draw from the story of Black Beauty is having positive mental attitude in the midst of very trying circumstances can help overcome and bring positive energy in the end.
What are the 2 themes in your narrative, and how did you develop them?
One of the themes was the importance to listening to good knowledge and wisdom of the people or animals that have lived life before you. I have developed a foreshadowed experience through Black Beauty's mom giving advice on possible scenarios and outcomes which Black Beauty experiences through life. The second theme being to keep a good attitude throughout the story.
Tell me about a symbol that's present in your narrative.
A symbol in my book would be a garden. It shows new beginnings in life throughout the story.
Which archetype appears in your narrative?
The first archetype being caregiver. The first caregiver that appears is Black Beauty's mom because she shows care for the well-being of her son. The second archetype would be the fool. The first fool that appears would be Reuben Smith. He was a drinker and eventually ended up going too fast with Black Beauty and falling off, which killed him.
How would you describe the mood of your narrative?
My narrative's mood is very encouraging in the midst of life's trials.